live with OCC. Today our guest is Marsharee Mays, Millionairess hair company, and we're going to talk about different stuff because we know April is prom time, and Marsharee Mays does a lot in the community, and she helps young women and adult women to look pretty with their hair. So we want to welcome Marsharee and let her introduce herself.
Hi, as Ms. Berry stated, my name is Marsharee. I'm the owner of Millionairess Hair Company. We started Millionairess Hair Company in 2018, right before COVID, and the goal and the purpose of Millionairess Hair Company was to transform young girls into millionaires. And our hair business is an online business. The goal is to cater to all classes, all, from middle classes to higher class, whatever. But we also go inside of the schools to promote entrepreneurship. I just actually had a career fair probably last month. Now what we sell bundles. We sell beauty bars for your skin. We sell wigs, and we also ship nationwide. We're located here in Dallas, Texas. Anything else? And prom season is coming, so you can shop online at millionaireshaircompany.com. And we do ship, and we also do deliver all over DFW.
Yes, she does. She does a lot for the community. Plus, she also, once a year, she's picking at least 3 or 4 of our young ladies that's seniors, with helping them with the prom dresses, the hair, the nails, and a whole lot. She's been a sponsor of Operation Community Care since 2017 or 16. So
yes,
she does a lot for the community, and we thank her. Also, we had a guest, Rebecca Davis. She got sick, so she's not able to come today, but she is Boss Up Fashion Boutique, where she's giving out prom dresses to young ladies that's in need for a prom dress. So we will have her link and information at the end of the podcast. So you can, if you have a senior that's getting ready to graduate and you need a little bit of help, they're here to help you.
Yes, and also, even though we're online, you can always contact me on my personal cell number, or either text me at 469-865-0323. And in 2018, when we first started, we did give out scholarships. But in order to qualify for the scholarship, you have to be a returning beauty, of course, buy our products. And we do keep track of that, of who purchased our products, from college girls to high school as well.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Wow, that's a great incentive. I can remember when my daughters were going to the prom, how expensive it was. And when you have people that are willing to give back, because even though they work, sometimes single parents and even 2 household parents need help, because again, our children want to look good, and we just sometimes can't afford it. So I thank God I had other adopted aunties and friends that pitched in, because the truth of the matter, the dresses can go up from $200 to almost $1,000.
Right.
And so when you find people that are willing to be a blessing to others, that gives the girls some self-esteem. And not only that, it makes the mothers proud to know that, hey, I got somebody to help me. Right. So that you're doing a great thing with the hair business, and you said you're doing entrepreneurship with that?
Yes, we go inside of the schools and we do promote entrepreneurship. We've been doing this since probably 2018. I know we have T.G. Terry, we have T.W. Brown. This year we actually picked up Life Charter School, and it's so funny when I went in there, the students, they was like, "Are you a makeup artist? Are you a fashion designer?" Because when I go, I like to make sure I look professional. But the kids, they love me and I love them. And how I got into it is because I was a former educator as well for Dallas Independent School District. So I always love to give back. That's one of my passions. I always reach back and give back. And as you mentioned, about the bundles in the prom season. The prom dresses, yes, prom season can be very expensive. The bundles can be very expensive as well. I remember one year in 2019 when Miss Berry had a young lady, she was probably from a single parent household. And Miss Berry, she said, Marsharee, hey, I have a young lady. I want to know, can you help? I don't mind helping. That's why I love OCC, just reaching back because that's what Miss Berry does. But I had my first prom sponsor in 2019. The young lady was very excited, and I was very excited for her. Just the passion, just being able to give back.
And Miss Berry is always looking to meet the needs. And I laugh so much. She looked far beyond the initial needs you come for. And if she ever start out with, hey, I got a question.
Right.
That means those wheels are turning and I see some other needs that need to be met. And she will partner you and link you up with people that you need to get further where you have to go. Because she has truly been a blessing to my nonprofit as well as my family personally, guiding my girls and my sons and my grandbabies. And when you see the need of people and you still treat them with dignity and pride, they are very apt to come back and pay it forward. And what you're doing is, with entrepreneurs still, is so well needed to show young ladies as well as young men that, hey, you can be your own self-boss. You can create that space that you want to be in. And you're right, you're teaching them to show up looking professional and nice when you're coming to represent something.
Right.
Don't put that bonnet on and come out here looking crazy. And if you look good, I'll be apt to want to look at your product.
Right. And if you look good, of course you do feel good.
Exactly.
And what do they say about the first impression will always be
The last.
The last.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, Miss Berry, I know that we also did Hip Hop for Hope with her.
Back to school.
Yes.
And so when you initially met Miss Mays, how did you know that this was going to be an ongoing thing?
We didn't.
No.
We was at some event at the mall and we introduced ourselves. She came to the back to school and we just, ever since then.
Yes.
She's been a sponsor for Christmas. She's been a sponsor for Thanksgiving. So she's always helped.
Yes.
That is so good.
Yes.
And Miss Berry, she has always helped too. When I did a community event, like our first community event, and she was there. She came and, the kids were so excited. We gave out free food.
Yes.
We linked up with other
backpacks
and so on. And we linked up with other entrepreneurs from Hip Hop from Home.
Yes.
That connection piece. You have to have the connection piece. The connection piece is very important. When you meet people, you don't want to just go away from meeting them. You want to always call them and make sure, hey, do you need anything? Where you can just be in a reach or stay in touch with them.
Building those relationships.
That's the problem.
Yes.
Relationships are important.
Very
Period.
important.
It's almost valuable than money.
It is.
Well, it is.
It is.
Because when you have a relationship, you can always reach out and say, hey, this is going on. Do you know? And they'll go, oh, yeah, I know. Over here. And then the ball get to rolling and get so big. And you be like, wow, I didn't know. And so I think that we all should intentionally form relationships.
Right. And I know, was it last month when we was here for the news broadcaster? I was able to meet some new women, and one of them invited me out to a community fair. And, since you're speaking on relationships, you have to take the initiative, show up. And if you show up, other people will show up for you. That support.
Oh, that's good.
That support is big.
Very big and very important.
Yes.
So, and we as women have to uplift each other. And if you see something that is going on, that you can lend your support and your resources, then it's good to do that because you don't never know when you're going to need it. And you don't know who you're going to meet along the way.
Right.
Because since I've met Miss Berry, I've been able to go in rooms I never thought I could go in. And I've met people just on her word that have came and done things at my events that I needed done because Miss Berry. So I tell Miss Berry, she's one of them hidden jewels.
She is.
That silent piece that you know her, but you don't know her until you have to say, Miss Berry, do you know? And she'll get on the phone. Just prime example, she helped out a resident get a funeral together. And it was all because she had built relationships.
Right.
Yeah, but your organization helped with that, so.
But again, it's that relationship. And another thing, that she's so humble.
She is very humble.
Just humble.
Because she has taken me to places where I have never been. Remember when we went to Dallas Baptist? Was it Dallas Baptist?
For the grant. Yeah.
And that was, when you're in a room full of people that doesn't look like you, and Miss Berry, she can get you in those doors. And again, it goes back to networking, not just showing up for one time, calling someone and checking up on them, but I mean, Miss Berry, she is a hidden gem. And I was very excited when she got recognized. Cause I'm like, okay, Miss Berry, they need to recognize you. I was telling her that, I said, you do so much for the community that they need to recognize you.
But
No,
now
you don't do it for that. You just do it to help people.
I know to help you, but the thing is that when you're always giving and you're always lending, the support, that it's great for people to come back and recognize you. And, and it takes nothing to recognize someone.
Exactly. The old saying, give them their flowers,
Their flowers.
smell them,
Yes.
they yet living.
Yes.
And you just we have to let you know how we appreciate you.
Right.
Because a lot of people do not take young people or people that are starting fresh into something, or even if you've done it a long time, but you have not just broke through that seal yet.
Yes.
You have willingly took people on and put them in avenues and places, them in the right lanes they needed to be. You'll say, hey, you need to do this, and that, and it panned out for them. So it's always good to come back and say, hey, thank you. Because I text her sometimes and I say, I just thank you for all your help, your guidance, and your patience with me. Because she has some patience with me.
And look, she knows she can call me anytime, and I always check up on her like, hey, how you doing? Holidays, I'm texting her, I haven't heard from you. I'm checking up on her always. Because I always consider, even though she calls me niece, I call her Mama Berry. She do. My kids, she call them, hey, my nephew, my niece. But I call her Mama Berry, because when I met you, I told her that she looked just like my grandmother. Favor in all, complexion, I mean, everything, mannerism, everything. And I think that's the reason why I took to you. And of course she's deceased. She died when I was I think 11 years old.
She brings that that nurturing spirit. Where whatever it is, it's nurturing. And it's that good nurturing. And if she goes silent, that means you kind of slacking. And she'll say, no, I'm not going to tell you no more. Yes. And you need that for me, she has to be my voice of reason. She know I'll show up for whatever she needs me for, but I will slack. I will slack, and I appreciate her for just keeping me in line in love.
And it's good, when you can call her if you have a problem. And I'm like, Miss Berry, she's like, Marsharee, let me tell you. I mean, honestly, about people.
And she be so cavalier.
Yes.
I'll be like, did she just hear herself? and go on to the next conversation. And even if she has
to kind of keep it real.
Yeah, if she has to straighten you out, she'll go to the next conversation and say, oh, what time you say you was going to come by here and pick up that? I'm like, did she just hear herself? But see, that's what we need. And a lot of our matriarchs are dying off, or they're just getting slow in their steps. So when you bringing somebody, because you know what, you're a poor leader if you don't groom nobody to go after you.
Yes.
And I see that she have taken each one of us individually and collectively and grooming us to be great in the space we're creating for ourselves. She's not trying to make us be a baby her, but she is helping us create our own space and carve out our own niche where we think we want to be.
Yes.
And that's what I appreciate about this leader.
And then she's always introducing me to someone. I'm like, tell them what you do. And sometimes, you know, I'm very shy at times. She's like, Marsharee. But I appreciate Miss Berry a lot.
No, this is so shy. And I'm surprised.
And you can't even tell.
When she said, well, I'm getting ready OCC Living to do a podcast. You know, I don't know. I'm like, you get ready to do a podcast, you know you have to talk. But I'm just so honored to even just be in the room with her.
Right.
You know, we pick people as our heroes and our mentors that sometimes we may never see. But it's good when you have a very live one that you can touch. You can stop by their house, you can touch them. Hey, that's my superhero, Miss Jeanette Berry, outside my pants. Miss Berry up there.
Yes,
Well, thank you.
And I was excited when she said she was on a podcast. I'm like, okay, great. You know, congratulations. Hey. And I received the invitation to come today. And I'm so blessed to be here.
Now tell me about this home health.
Okay, so our home health care business has been existing for 14 years.
Okay.
And with home health care, the goal is to keep the sick in the comfort of their own home. Because a lot of people, you know, to keep them out of the nursing home, that's the goal. They want to live comfortably in their home.
Exactly.
And, you know, independently. But what we do, we provide those services in home. What I do marketing, I do intake, you know, I go out and meet the client as well. And most cases, you know, the clients, what they do, they bring their own attendant, you know, because the trust part, you know, you just don't want anyone in and out your home. So our goal is to keep them out, you know, out of the nursing home. In order to qualify for home health care, you have to have Medicaid. Medicaid, that is the state part. That's the part that is based upon your income. Then you have the Medicare. The Medicare is the federal part. That's the part that you pay into from working. So those are the benefits. And then if you have different type of insurance, for example, Superior Molina, Blue Cross Blue Shields, United Healthcare, they will also pay for those services for you. We have a variety of contracts. Our number one contracts in the state of Texas is with Superior Molina.
Okay.
And since we've been in business for 14 years, you know how they know you, they know your team, they know your reputation. And, you know, at first when I was doing the marketing, but it's like I don't have to do the marketing because, you know, they know that we've been existing for 14 years. So that's a blessing.
So you said that if someone is need your service, they can bring their own attendant.
Yes.
So once they bring their own attendant, you guys will do the qualification for them and let you know if that person can do it.
Yes, it has to be. Everything is done based upon a background check. You know, just like you go and you work for Walmart or FedEx, you know, they have to have a background check. You know, and it's through the state of Texas database.
Exactly, because I did private care for 13 years before I became disabled. And one of the things you need, and I did for several agencies, so you want to work for a great company,
You do.
and like you say, you're known. So if you're known, word of mouth travels.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm finding out a lot of people are liking that they can bring their own attendant.
Yes.
Because, you know, like if a person is a family member and I'm already taking care of that person, and I can be an attendant and make it a job, they're more comfortable, and then it's not like you have to cut off what you're doing because now my time is allocated to you professionally, and the patient feels safe and secure with so much going on. Even though you guys do a background check, when you're dealing with people coming into their homes, they still get a little iffy.
They do.
But hey, if I bring somebody, then I'm more apt to sign up for the service because a lot of elderly people have worked to own their homes and they want to die from their homes versus going into a facility.
Right.
And so when you can offer that service, that is just a great thing to have.
What's the name of the?
It's Sign Home Health Care. And to piggyback on when you stated, you know, they don't feel comfortable with other people that are in their homes. Not only that, I noticed that when you talk about family, family can change.
Exactly.
And sometimes the client has to rely on another attendant because they don't have that family, that support system. They may not have family here, which we have ran into that because you get a lot of older people who don't have that support, or either their children moved away and now they have to depend on home health care, and sometimes, I have to leave my feelings out of that because, it can be a little selfish. Has it been perfect? No, it has not. It hasn't been. And, some families, they're great, and then you have some families that are not so great. That's a part of life there. But, our goal is to go in and provide care for them so they can live comfortably in their own home.
Well, we're doing the background checks and things. You bring a sense of security.
You have
and you letting the patients know, hey, I got your best interest at heart, so I'm not going to send you nobody I wouldn't send to my people.
Right.
And so when you kind of do that, because I know when my mom had to have home health service, and she was like, well, why you just can't do it?
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to be removed because sometimes we go on burnout.
Oh, yes.
So it's great to have an agency so we as caregivers can get a relief. Because we still want to go on vacations,
Mm-hmm.
we still want to do things. And if you didn't have an agency, then, sometimes we wouldn't be able to do those things.
Oh, yeah, and I do agree with that because I've seen, because the thing is we want to offer the support to the family. I've seen clients when I walked in, we probably had them for a long period of time, and, some of them have reached their, calling home. That's what I call it, calling home to be with God. And sometimes it's very hard when you build relationships with clients, and then you go and that it's going to be your last time seeing them. And, with the family, they always come back and say, well, thank you. Thank you for taking care of my mom, my dad, and so on. And not only that, my family members, their own home health care, and that's a blessing when you're able to give back and reach back in your own family when they trust you. I remember my grandfather was like my first client. And, some older people, I think when men, they don't like to tell you when they're sick, and my grandfather, he was a guy who I never looked at him as a person who would get sick or whatever, but he hid his sickness very well. And he was like, well, baby, I'm going to need you, I'm going to need to get on home health care. I said, oh, okay. But it didn't really dawn on me until I got in my car and he said, oh, is Papa sick or whatever? Because he still looked healthy and so on. But I was able to take care of him, and that was a blessing, where he was still able to stay in his home and, receive attendant care services.
That's good. Now, question, if they have their own family members, do the family members have to go through you?
Yes,
to do the background check and everything?
Yes, you always have to go through the agency to do a background check, no matter what.
So they get hired through the agency?
Well, but either if they want to go through the temp agency or either the agency.
Okay.
They get, and it has changed so much where I think now I want to say that they have a new program where sometimes you can still be with the agency and then the client can, hire them that way. So it's a lot of different, ins and outs of
Ways to go.
Mm-hmm. But, the entrepreneur part, I always say it's a blessing. But in the midst of everything, with anyone who has a business, I always talk about the P's in life, about praying, be patient with whatever you do. You have to prepare for anything that you do in life. And you will prosper, and you have to be productive no matter what.
Okay. That's on fire canopy. The 5 P's.
Yes.
Well, we want to thank you for coming out today to share the hair company.
Yes.
And also, a lot of people don't know about home health.
Home health.
And a lot of people don't know that they need Medicaid and Medicare,
Yes.
even to qualify for, home health, so.
Oh, and 211, if you don't have Medicaid, you can go through 211 and speak to the representatives, and they will tell you how to get started as well.
Well, that's good information to know. If you have a senior at home, a senior adult at home, and you need health care for, that's good to know. Then if you have a senior high young lady that you need bundles for the prom, we will have Ms. Marsharee's information at the end, and she's going to give you her information one more time.
And it's millionaireshercompany.com, and you can call me. Also, you can call me on my website as well. There is a number or a text bar. When you go to the website and you have questions, you will see my face pop up, and you would just type any information. But you can call me also on my personal number, which is my phone for Millionairess Hair Company, which is 469-865-0323. And don't forget to shop online at millionaireshaircompany.com.
And then the home health information.
Okay, you can call our business number at 214-942-1464. There is a team of young ladies that are in office, ready to receive your call.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming out this evening.
Well, thank
you, Allison of J. Williams Village, for coming out and hanging out and being a co-host today.
Thank you
And
for
it's a
having me.
pleasure of meeting you as well. Again,
It's a pleasure meeting you again.
because I know it's been like some years from Hip Hop from Hope, and here we are again. And thank you, Ms. Berry, for having me as well.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. Everyone have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Hello, it's Rebecca, the owner of Bossed Up Fashions. Bossed Up Fashions will be hosting its first annual prom send-off. We will be blessing deserving high school seniors with new and gently used prom dresses. We will pick one lucky winner, and that person will win a full prom makeover and send-off. If you're interested or know someone who is, please click the link below to register. Thank you and have a great day.